You just paid $7 for a cup of coffee. $7. That's not a coffee, that's a decision. And Starbucks made $36 billion last year doing exactly that. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Most of that money didn't actually come from the coffee. So where did it come from? Most people think Starbucks is just a coffee company with expensive drinks. And sure, a $7 latte might only cost them around $1.20 to make. Good margins, simple business. But if that was the whole story, Starbucks would probably be worth maybe $8 billion. Instead, the company is worth over $80 billion. That massive gap? That's where the real story begins, and it has almost nothing to do with how good the coffee actually tastes. Secret number 1. Starbucks is one of the most sophisticated real estate companies in America. Every single Starbucks location is carefully selected by analysts who study foot traffic, commuter patterns, neighborhood income levels, and something called the morning intercept. That's the exact moment between your house and your workplace when you're most likely to buy coffee. Starbucks doesn't place stores where people relax. They place them directly on the route you already take every day. That purchase wasn't random. It was engineered long before you walked through the door. And here's where things get even crazier. When Starbucks signs a lease in a neighborhood, property values nearby often rise almost immediately. A Harvard study found that homes within a quarter mile of a new Starbucks increased in value by an average of 21%. Real estate investors literally track Starbucks openings as signals that an area is about to become more expensive. Starbucks opens a store, wealthier customers move in, prices go up, and then Starbucks opens even more stores. The cycle feeds itself. Now this next part is going to mess with your head a little. Right now, sitting inside the Starbucks app, there's around $1.6 billion in unspent customer money, gift cards, app balances, money people loaded but haven't spent yet. The moment you put $50 onto your Starbucks card, Starbucks gets that money instantly, before you even buy a drink. They can invest it, earn interest from it, and use it however they want in the meantime. And some of that money never gets spent at all. In 2023 alone, Starbucks made around $196 million from gift cards and balances that customers simply forgot about. Nearly $200 million from money people abandoned. But it gets even deeper than that. Starbucks Rewards has over 32 million active users in the United States alone. These customers spend about 3 times more than regular visitors. They come in more often, try new drinks faster, and constantly feed Starbucks valuable behavioral data. Every order tells Starbucks what you like, when you buy it, how often you visit, and how much you're willing to spend. That information is arguably worth more than the coffee itself. At that point, Starbucks starts looking less like a cafe and more like a financial platform with drinks attached. JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Starbucks. Not exactly companies you'd normally compare together, but the mechanics are surprisingly similar. The only difference is Starbucks hands you a pumpkin spice latte and somehow makes the whole thing feel comforting. Starbucks now operates over 36,000 locations worldwide, but here's something most people never realize. Almost half of those stores aren't even run directly by Starbucks. They're licensed stores. Airports, grocery stores, hotels. Those operators pay Starbucks licensing fees, buy all their supplies through Starbucks, and manage the stores themselves. Starbucks collects revenue without paying the staff, without covering most of the rent, and without handling day-to-day operations. And those supplies, the beans, syrups, cups, and ingredients, all have to be purchased from Starbucks at Starbucks prices. So when you buy a $9 airport latte, Starbucks earns money from the licensing fee, the supply markup, and the brand royalty all at once. The airport operator gets whatever remains. It's the same strategy companies like McDonald's use, but Starbucks hides it behind the image of being just another coffee shop. So when you really break it down, that $7 drink is doing a lot more than buying coffee. You're paying premium prices for something inexpensive to make. You're loading money onto a system that profits before you even spend it. You're feeding a massive data engine designed to predict your habits and sell you more products. And you're walking into a location strategically engineered to intercept your daily routine. None of this is illegal. Honestly, none of it is even shocking once you see how the machine works. It's just extremely well-executed business. But there's a difference between using the system without understanding it and choosing to use it after you do. Now you know. And if you think this is only a Starbucks thing, it's not. Every major brand you trust is running some version of the exact same playbook. Some of them are just much harder to spot. That's what we cover here. Subscribe if you want to keep seeing things you can't unsee. See you in the next one.